Furniture, Greenberg Road at Washington.
The world.
Pat has collected more than 50,000 signatures on petitions that she has turned in to the Postmaster General. She says she wants an Elvis stamp.
Good idea. Good night.
From Hollywood, The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. Johnny's guest host is Jay Leno. This is Doc Severinsen along with the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Jay and his guests, Bill Murray, Alan King, Stephanie Zimbalist, and Leon Redbone. And now, here's Jay Leno.
I imagine a lot of folks probably left work early today, huh? Sure, probably some of those. Huh? Ready to have fun? Ready to start partying on the big weekend, huh? See, that's the problem with America. Right now in Japan, they're going, you know, if we stay up all weekend, we can finish 100 more Toyotas before Monday. Let's do it, yes! Well, let's see what's in the news. Of course, you know by now, I'm sure it's been all over the papers, Nelson Mandela is in New York. You know, a lot of folks are saying that at the age of 71, Mandela is too old to be touring the country. I say, hey, if the Rolling Stones can do it at their age, so can Mandela. Huh? Sure, why not? That's right, yeah. In fact, last night on the news, they had footage of Mandela touring New York City in this bomb-proof, bulletproof car. He didn't own the car, he just borrowed it. In fact, it's the same car Steinbrenner uses to go to Yankee Stadium every day. Yeah. But a lot of press coverage, though. A lot of press coverage from Mandela. You know, it's interesting. I think the press in this country tends to be too entertainment-oriented, you know? Like yesterday, there were over 500 reporters and photographers at the press conference waiting for Mandela to speak. And then half of them left when they heard there was an unconfirmed rumor that Marla Maples was shopping at Bloomingdale's. You know, gee, that's yeah. Of course, perhaps they're not entertainment-oriented, but still. Oh, and speaking of Marla Maples, now here's something that makes me mad. You see this? A group of bankers have tentatively agreed to lend Donald Trump $65 million. They're just lending him $65 million. Hey, where were these guys when I needed to increase the limit on my Visa card, huh, boy? Excuse me. Yeah, gosh. Boy. But you got to give Donald Trump credit, you know. He's proven that in the United States of America, you can become a millionaire overnight. Of course, you have to start with $1 billion, but still, I mean, it's showing it's getting there. Oh, more depressing news stories in Washington, D.C., this Mayor Barry trial. You see, the lawyers now say that the prosecution's star witness isn't even credible because he's a drug dealer. Now, that's a tough call for the jury, huh? Trying to decide who's more believable, a drug dealer or a politician. Boy, I wouldn't want to be stuck in those shoes, yeah. In fact, this is on the news just tonight. The prosecution contends that Mayor Barry hid crack cocaine in the cuffs of his trousers. They said although the suit was only worth about $200, it had a street value of over $10,000. Do I get 2 pairs of pants for that jacket? And the state of Ohio has scheduled its first execution in over 20 years. Yeah. I guess a Cincinnati man was caught listening to a 2 Live Crew album on his Walkman while visiting the Robert Mapplethorpe exhibit. Yeah, so he's out of here, pal. That's the end of him. Now, here's a strange story. The state of Michigan is taking a census of the state's cats and dogs. They're taking a census of the cats and dogs. Now, you thought it was tough getting the humans to mail the forms in for it. Some dogs sitting there. But here's something nice. You know, an Exxon serviceman came up to me the other day, and he said in the spirit of improving their image, he asked me if I'd like him to check the oil. I thought that was a nice gesture. Of course, I was swimming at the ocean in the time, but still, they made the gesture, and I think that's what's good. Now, here's something surprising, and I think this is very nice. A new study says that California drivers over the age of 65 have the least number of accidents. So I guess there really is something to driving 10 miles an hour with that left blinker on. Huh? See? That's good to see. You know, speaking of cars, have you seen these films of the crash tests where they crash the cars with the dummies in them? You know what I'm saying? And they always show the dummy sitting straight up in the car with the hands on the correct position on the wheel. The dummy has a seatbelt on. See, that's the problem with the tests. They're not realistic. Nobody drives like that. They should position the dummies the way people really drive. You know, hot cup of coffee between the knees, talking on the phone, waving out the window, you know, mooning pedestrians while they're driving. That's how accidents happen. Sure. Here's another thing that was in the paper today. The world's largest condom manufacturer, this is true, has released a video game that will teach people about safe sex. Let me tell you something. If you're an adult and you're still playing video games, chances are you're not having sex anyway, pal. Just pretty much forget that. Now, here's one of those questions that comes up occasionally. I was thinking about this today. Do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger buys ouchless Band-Aids? Huh? Ouch! I mean, it's one of those things. Boy, I had a strange thing happen the other night. I accidentally hooked my cable box up to my sun lamp, and I picked up an old George Hamilton movie. Have you had that happen? Somehow the sun and the machine... And have you heard about this? The creators of 30-something, 30-something, the sensitive show, nice little show, well, they're going to produce the movie Robin Hood. You know, and in the film, I guess Robin Hood Fear's maid Marian has been kidnapped by the sheriff of Nottingham, and it turns out, she just went off on her own to have more personal space. Yeah. I didn't really like the joke either, to tell you the truth, but, it's Friday, and the joke's been kicking around since Monday, so I said... and Madonna back in the news again. Now, have you heard this? She's been accused of lip-syncing during her concerts. You know what's interesting? Over 500,000 people have seen her live in person before anyone even mentioned that she was lip-syncing. I can understand that. I mean, let's face it. If you come out on stage in a bullet-shaped bra and a G-string, nobody's going to care if your lips are moving, are they, really? I mean... And McDonald's has a new game to try and find the crooks in Dick Tracy. Looks like a pretty good game. Anybody played it here? McDonald's, you played the game? I tell you, I was out at McDonald's yesterday, and I thought I saw a couple of guys who looked like Prune Face and Mumbles, and then I realized, just a kid working the drive-thru window. And last but not least, film critic Roger Ebert. You know Roger? Yeah, he had a birthday this week. Actually, almost had a tragic accident with the birthday cake. Just as the woman was jumping out of the cake, Ebert was jumping in. See, and they almost collided. Yeah. Now, that was a good joke. Now, I'm not... Well, anyway, we have a terrific show. Bill Murray will be here tonight. One of our favorite comedians, Alan King, Stephanie Zimbalist, and Leon Redbone. And we'll be right back.
They said we'd never make it, that you were too headstrong and I too set in my ways. But we fooled them, didn't we, Maggie? 10 years ago today, and I wouldn't trade one crazy minute of it. Our baby girl, my measly raise, our little fights over money, the laughs, the whole 9 yards. So sit yourself down and give me your hand just one more time, Maggie.
Making life a little sweeter. I can stay a while. Making dreams a little truer. Life a little sweeter. Mars.
To get the job done right, count on the right paint.
Come to Sears' 4th of July paint sale. Our best-selling Easy Living flat finish interior paint is reduced to just $9.96.
So see you at Sears.
Sale ends July 7th, so hurry.
Hi, I'm Yakov Smirnov. When I was a kid in the Soviet Union, my favorite game was hide and stay hidden. I guess I'm pretty good. They haven't found me yet. Now Pepsi has new game in can. where they're hiding thousands of prizes. But these prizes are easy to find.
Look inside cans of Pepsi-Cola products for your chance to instantly win collector hats, cash, or trips around the world.
I'm also good at cross-country. I crossed Czechoslovakia, Poland, Hungary.
You know, a lot of guys would never stay home and babysit. And me? No problem. There's nothing to it. Besides, I like being in charge. And feeding him? Easy. Kentucky Fried Chicken. They have this great deal going. You get 10 pieces of original recipe chicken with all the fixings for just $10.99. I love this stuff. Hey, they're happy. I'm happy. It's the 10-piece meal deal at Kentucky Fried Chicken. I know what I'm doing.
Welcome to the Tonight Show. And it's officially summer. Yes. And as you can see, Doc Severson is wearing something from the lovely John Philip Sousa collection. There it is. Now, Doc, this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, Doc Severson will be appearing at the Big River Music Festival in his hometown of Arlington, Oregon. Now, the whole town is going to turn out for that, right?
Oh, yeah. They'll
How
all
many
be.
people in the town?
About 368.
368. Oh, gosh. I know the stadium there holds 400, so that's just in case. In case anybody... And then when are you there, Saturday or a couple of nights?
Saturday and Sunday, you know, Artie Clough and his brother Buster and Denny
Yeah,
Clark.
boy, you're talking 150 a night. I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Now, if the whole town comes Saturday, if you get 368 on Saturday, then Sunday...
Well,
This is why you have a businessman.
We'll stand around Sunday and talk about it.
All right, well, we will check. That's Arlington, Oregon. All right. And I'll be in Chicago tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
Chicago.
Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest, also from Chicago. Very funny, very talented guy. You all know him. He's terrific. He's the co-producer, co-director, co-everything. The star of a new movie called Quick Change, which will open July 13th. Please welcome Bill Murray. Wearing something from the Leno collection, it looks like.
Well, we're doing something really nice. I realized I broke a button here, and I thought I looked a little too California with a button, so I went into the car. I had an extra button down here, but I couldn't get it undone fast enough. So the customer tried to tape it to my body, and it just was laughing hysterically as the hair and skin became one.
Well, it works. Yeah. It works. Now, you're doing publicity for the movie, right? What are you, just doing different... AM Cincinnati, AM Buffalo,
Yeah, it's like that. It's more like you get into a room and then they feed you every couple hours and give you coffee and you just keep talking for about 3
You get those
weeks.
movie people. What is a Bill Murray? You know, you always have that.
What next for Jay Leno? Speaking of what next for Jay Leno, I think it's about time somebody talks to you about this gig that you've got here, Jay. I mean, seriously.
Gig?
I mean, I knew... See?
Now you know what happened to the last guy.
Yeah, spooky. You got to be careful. I mean, I knew you before you became, you know, Jay Leno, I guess. But,
Mr. Kelly's.
Yes, Mr. Kelly's in Chicago. But, you know, you could get stuck here. You got, you know, be careful. You know,
Get in
you
job, you
stuck-
think?
You get here, you think it's for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden it's 20 years.
Yeah.
I saw Johnny out in the parking lot. He didn't even know he didn't have to work today. He doesn't. He has no idea. He has no idea.
My next guest, you all know from the... No. Now, it's not like you see, now I know you've produced this movie. Now, you don't look like the typical sort of Hollywood... see, what does a producer
Except
do
for
anyway?
the broken button.
Right, right. I mean, people hear this. Now, what do you do as producers? Just arrange carpooling, that type of thing? I mean, what is a producer? I don't even know. Like, Peter and Fred are producers, and they just seem to sit there week after week. And so we don't know what it is they do. What do you do as producers?
Well, geez. Well, I guess I shouldn't have taken the credit, come to think of it. Well, there are two producers. There's another producer named Bob Greenhut, and I only mention his name because he's probably going to watch.
Oh, yeah.
There were two of us. There were two directors. I just glommed onto everything because I catered the film. You know.
Oh, I see.
Well, in this case, I heard about this book, and called Quick Change by Jay Cronley, and I bought the rights to the book, and then I started asking people to be in the movie, and I asked Howard Franklin, who was the co-director, to write the script, and it's just a lot of favors you're basically asking
Right, you just
people.
cash
and,
in, yeah. Well, you're also...
Gina Davis and Randy
Yeah.
Quaid and Jason Robards. In this case, we sort of developed the whole movie before we actually had a studio. We were already shooting for 2 weeks before we went to the studios and said, would anybody be interested in being in on this with us? Because it's getting too expensive at this point.
Yeah, just when you don't want to use your own dough. Yeah.
Well, we were for a while.
Well, you co-directed too, right?
Yeah.
Now, is that giving other actors, put the gun down, Bob, that type of thing, when you show them how to...
Bob, remember when your father threw you out of the house? We don't do any of that kind of stuff. Gina, when your uncle touched you, remember? We don't do any of that.
No, none of that'll be in. No.
None of that happened. Actually, I just did it so my own performance would turn out better. I hated getting, cut the way I was in the film, so I figured if I could control the editing, that's half the game.
That's it.
It's my move for the Oscar this year, Jim.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be my last shot. I'm starting to put on too much weight. I'll never do it if I don't do it now.
Well, I see the billboards around town. You're in a clown costume.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Phil Hartman told me he's...
Phil Hartman's in it.
Oh, yeah,
Phil Hartman's
right.
real funny in it.
Yeah. Now, what is the clown costume? What is it about, essentially, is what I'm saying?
Well, it's about somebody that has to get out of New York City. Just has to get out. It's gotten to him too much. And finally conceives of a plan where he can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Get a long-term loan with no collateral. And just one 9mm pistol.
Really?
So he comes up with this plan to rob a bank, and he robs the bank and pulls it off perfectly, but is unable to make it to the airport in New York City.
Ah.
The city then closes around him like the friend that it is.
Well, Now, we have a clip here? Does this need any explanation? This clip?
Yes, I suppose it does, because if you saw it in the movie theater, you wouldn't understand it. Well, you know what I was going to say. This is part of the escape. We're escaping. There's an escape going on, and all regular, normal means of transportation have been exhausted, and we're now taking we've gotten on a bus, which is really, that will take us not to the airport, but near the airport. And we're running very, very late, and we're going to miss, and we're being chased. And the bus driver is a difficult fellow, Philip Bosco, a Tony Award winner from New York, who we got to play, who only does movies in New York because he doesn't like to fly, so we got him cheap,
Yeah, man.
And he's really great. And anyway, we're on this bus, and we've had a hard time. And please
look.
laugh. I've come a long way.
I don't have time for this. Driver, I'm a little disappointed in you.
He wasn't really awake.
Don't you think we should put him on formula?
No, son. I don't have time for this. Come on. No, come on. Come on, I've got a schedule to keep. What can I do to help? Behind the white line. Listen, I'll pay his fare. Fine. You have exact change? You better get some help. You're becoming Ralph Cramden's evil twin.
Maybe you'd feel better if you knew we came in on time and under budget. Would that change it at all? Anyway, that was Randy Quaid who pitched forward onto his face.
Well, he kills me. He's always funny.
he's really funny.
Now, what does he play in this?
He plays the guy who keeps making mistakes. I would say he makes a few mistakes in this thing, and he endures a great deal of physical punishment.
Uh-huh. And you open when? July? You open Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Good
yeah,
timing.
it's a lucky number, and Howard Franklin's and mine, both of our maternal grandparents died on Friday the 13th, so we thought we'd open that day. Yeah.
Oh, good. Now, anything else going on for the summer here? You're taking a vacation? Well, you don't live here now, right?
I don't live here. I live in New York.
Oh, okay. You're just out and back, yeah.
And I'm from Chicago.
Well, I'm going there tomorrow. Chicago Theater.
But I'll be stopping through Wisconsin, too, this summer. On my way back to New York.
Really?
in the entire eastern seaboard.
They don't get it. They'll just keep applauding. Yeah.
Where are you playing in Chicago?
Chicago Theater. Just in and out.
Oh, that's a whole new room now.
But we met him. Remember Mr. Kelly? I was with
remember.
Mr. Kelly, and you were in Second City?
I remember this guy used to smoke a pipe. He had a car and a pipe.
That's right.
He was serious about comedy.
long hair, and hair down past my shoulder.
Long hair and notes. And I said, well, how do you come up with the material?
Oh, yeah, that was big.
I get in the car and I drive. And I make notes. Remember?
Actually, I
used to
do
get in the
remember.
car and drive.
And you know what you...
If only I had a car and a pipe, I could do something.
But you know what you were doing the weekend we met? The next weekend you were going to New York to audition for Saturday Night Live. He said, I'm going to get this thing. Chase is out. I'm going to give it a shot. Whatever happened there?
Well, I used some of your material, but I did. And it turned out very well.
Well,
it turned out very well.
That's
It had a
terrific.
happy ending.
What
happened to you after all that?
I've been stuck in this dead-end job for the last 4 years. I know you got to run, and you make it. Thanks, Bill.
I really thought.
You want to stay? You want to stay? Hey, don't go. He's going to stay. We'll be right back right after this. Thank you, Matt.
I was born to make you happy. I think you're just my style. Everywhere I go, tell everyone I know, yeah, I love to see you smile.
Why does Colgate prevent more cavities, reduce more tartar, and keep more mouths healthy than anyone else in the world? Why? Because your smile was meant to last a lifetime, and Colgate helped see that it does.
What would I do if I didn't have you? I love to see you smile. I love to see you smile.
Colgate, because your smile was meant to last a lifetime.
It's world-class color and excitement. The fastest cars, the brightest stars, the most spectacular sports weekend of the year, June 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The Oldsmobile Trans Am Championship on Saturday. The Rose Festival Budweiser G.I. Joe's 200 on Sunday at Portland International Raceway. Get your tickets today at G.I. Joe's Ticketmaster.
Broadcast live on 1520 AM.
Excuse me, sir. You got a minute? Can I talk to you? Ronnie, where did you buy all your stuff for your reconstruction here? Pay and Pack.
Pay and Pack.
Awesome outfit, awesome. So, Marjorie, why do you shop at Pay and Pack?
Prices? I like the quality.
How important is the price to you?
I find quality more important. And that's what I found at Pay and Pack was the quality. I didn't have to go back and back and back and get things right.
Well, you have to make the place look really good if you're going to turn around and sell it, so we're real careful to get high-quality merchandise in there.
At a low price?
At a very low price, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is one of my favorite comedians. You know, when I was in the 8th grade, all the kids were staying up to watch the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. I was the only kid in America waiting for Alan King to come on. The Beatles bumped Alan King, and he wasn't on. The next day at school, the kids were saying, "Did you see the Beatles?" I said, "Yeah, but they didn't put Alan King on." So I'm glad to have him here tonight. He's out here filming Bonfire of the Vanities. Please welcome Alan King, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of a left-handed compliment thing. I was the only kid in America waiting.
No, I get that all the time. 8 years old. I look better than you do right now. And no, one of the gods. It's when you know you're getting old when they tell you how good you look. You never tell young people how good you look. You just take it for granted they look good, you know. But an old Jew in a blazer, you know. And the god said to me, "Mr. King, I've been here 25 years. You never change." And then I realized he had double cataracts. He was looking at a rubber plane.
Well, let me ask you now. You're playing Melanie Griffin's... Now, this is pretty good. This is a young man's part. Melanie Griffin's husband?
Aging husband, the old husband. And
aging husband.
Yes. Yeah. She's cheating with Tom Hanks, which I can't understand. Why would she give up wealth, security, and a few laughs for a good-looking young fellow. I don't understand.
Well, kids today. Let me ask you can I ask you about the Ed Sullivan Show? I mean, I know this is going back a ways.
Why not,
Because
everybody?
when I grew up, you were again, I'm not just saying that to flatter you there, but you were one of my favorites because you always took off after the things I thought were funny, the insurance companies and the airlines and all that kind of stuff. Did you ever really get in trouble on the Ed Sullivan Show?
Well,
when you would do those
well,
things?
Ed Sullivan was one of the great, wits of all times, I did the line, but he could light up a room by leaving it, Right after World War II, he once said, live television, reading from a card, he called it World War II. Give you an idea. And Ed used to say to me, I was a young fellow, and Ed, I was kind of a regular,
Right.
And Victor Borger became ill. I was in Florida doing a one-nighter the night. If you don't know about one-nighters,
I still do. I got one tomorrow.
One every hour, I'm told.
Oh, yeah. Well, but I know what you mean.
I get a call on Saturday night, get into New York because Victor Borger is ill. I get on Eastern Airlines at 9:30 in the morning, and I do not arrive in New York on a clear day until 20 minutes after 7 with a police escort. I just about make the Ed Sullivan Show, okay? And I decided that I was going to wing it. And Ed says, where were you? I said, you'll hear about it. Now this is live television. And I told what was a very, very funny story about coming up from Miami. A true story. Everybody laughed except Eastern Airlines.
Right.
Yeah. And at that time, Captain Eddie Rickenbacker was the chairman of the board and another one of the great wits in America.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I see a World War I picture, I root for the Red Baron now, Anyway, they sued, and it took 3 years to get into court. And, you can go on a stage or television and be pretty funny. You go into court of law, you're not as witty.
But what do they sue for?
Well, they sued defamation, and I don't know. They sued Kodak, and they sued Oldsmobile. They sued everybody, but I was the only one to end up in court. And Eastern Airline had like 9 lawyers. I don't mean lawyers, barristers, everything missing but the powdered wigs, with waistcoats with chains with human teeth hanging down, And, all the lawyers with the button-down shirts, and then I looked at my brother, Irving Disputz, he's my lawyer, who was once said he couldn't defend Golda Meir in Israel. You know how tough it is for me to remember these lines? Anyway, we went to court. There was a judge. It's an absolutely true story. There was a judge, a Scotsman, a wonderful man by the name of MacDonald, who threw the case out of court. He didn't know who I was and couldn't care less, but it seemed that he had flown Eastern Airlines.
And some things never change. We'll be right back right after this.
Mars Almond Bar and Mars Milky Way. If we didn't put this much into them, we wouldn't put our name on them.
Did you know that only 1-800 service automatically covers you if something keeps you from getting calls? With AT&T, you're always protected by our 800 assurance.
Right here in the Northwest. See your Portland Metro Toyota dealer now while he's hot to deal.
A lot of guys would never stay home and babysit. And me? No problem. There's nothing to it. Besides, I like being in charge. And feeding him? Easy. Kentucky Fried Chicken. They have this great deal going. You get 10 pieces of original recipe chicken with all the fixings for just $10.99. I love this stuff. Hey, they're happy, I'm happy. It's the 10-piece meal deal at Kentucky Fried Chicken. I know what I'm doing.
Countdown to Extinction, Tuesday at 8.
From New York, you've tried the rest, now try the worst. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, sportscaster Marv Albert, actor Kevin Spacey, musician John Hyatt, and owner of the One Book bookstore, Walter Schwab. Also, viewer mail. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the world's most dangerous band. And now, a man who can't remember whether or not he saw Total Recall, David Letterman.
Let me ask you a question. Does this sound odd to you? I'm reading, I get press releases from Washington, capitals of Europe, all over the world, and I come across this little item today announcing that Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor will be on vacation the week of August 13th, and taking her place that week, it says in the little announcement, will be Miss Nude Wyoming. And also, yesterday was the 50th wedding anniversary of former President Richard Nixon and his wife, Pat. And they were interviewing the couple, the happy couple, and Pat said that in all those 50 years of marriage, not once has she seen Richard out of a suit. So that's kind of a thing.
Interesting piece of information.
Always wearing a suit, apparently.
So I understand.
In the 50 years they've been married,
Never
always.
seen him out of a suit.
That's right.
Well, that's
except
an
for the
interesting
time
piece of
Miss
information.
Nude Wyoming dropped by.
Yeah.
And in Washington, the trial of Washington Mayor Marion Barry is getting underway. And now an old friend of his, who was, I guess, a city employee, is now testifying that he and the mayor at one point actually smoked crack together. Ladies and gentlemen, what is this world coming to when you can't trust one of your old crack-smoking buddies? What? Man alive, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a prime example of the best of American television. Oh, look who's back there with the band. It's David Sanborn. Hi, Dave. How are you? What the hell was that? Yeah, I know. It was kind of a sucker punch, wasn't it? Marv Albert, Mr. Sports, will be on the program, and from Wise Guy, actor Kevin Spacey. Now, say hello to our good friend Paul. He's right over here.
David, good evening. Let me just say quickly how weird it was up in the office today. I was up there before the show.
Right.
Every one of the interns, hi. Hi, how are you? They all
But I got to tell you something. They're still ignoring me.
You've scared them.
No, I don't think
They're
I'm
paying
scared.
wonderful
I
attention
think
to
they
me.
just don't like me.
They're pampering me and
No.
catering to me.
And here's the other deal. We always play softball on Friday night. Right
Yes.
after the game, we go up to Central Park and we play softball.
After the show, yeah.
You know, by the way, have you ever noticed this? You mentioned somebody saying, you should come and play softball with us. They always say the same thing. Well, where do you play? And you say, well, Central Park. No, we got a suite at the Plaza. Come on up there. So now nobody's playing tonight.
No one's going to be there?
Yeah.
Who are we playing tonight?
We play with ourselves. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anton. I appreciate that. Hey, I don't know about you folks, but what's the matter with tomatoes in this country today?
What is it, man?
Do tomatoes blow? Last night, I get home, as you know, Paul, I get home very late. I'm preparing my own meal, and I have some other items there on the plate, and what appears to be a lovely, vine-ripened, freshly sliced tomato.
Yeah. Yes?
It's been vulcanized.
Bad.
Not only can you not bite into it, it has no taste.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it looked beautiful there on the plate.
Tomatoes blow, though.
That's right. If we've learned nothing else tonight, it's that, in fact, tomatoes blow. All right, here we go. Let's do our top 10 list and then get on with the big guy. Top 10 things that keep Donald Trump awake at night. You know, Donald Trump, there are reports now that his financial empire may be about to topple.
Is that true?
Yeah, well, we don't know if it's true.
There are
reports
that
that the foundation may be crumbling. Here we have now top 10 things that will keep Donald Trump awake at night. Number 10, he might have to borrow money from Merv. Number 9, fear that if he sells Taj Mahal, new owner will turn it into a tacky, ostentatious eyesore. Number 8, which lotto number this week? Number 7, that chili dog he ate at Don King's. Number 6, should have had clever comeback for Ted Koppel, not just screw you, melonhead. Number 5, other guys in the shelter snore. Wow, I didn't realize that. Number 4, drunk houseboy Ernesto blasting car stereo while lifting weights in garage at 2 a.m. You know, actually, that's something that keeps me awake. That's not on the wrong list. Number 3, wondering where he can get his hands on one of those suicide machines. Number 2. Oh, I know. You really feel sorry for Mr. Trump, don't you? Number 2, knowing that in just a few short hours it will once again be time to make the donuts. And the number one thing that keeps Donald Trump awake at night, Marla Maples. There you have it. Gentlemen, each Friday evening we present our viewer mail, and as always, we will be being assisted by the Puma 206 accessed robotic arm. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. This is what makes American television the greatest form of entertainment anywhere in the free world. Okay, here we go. Letter number 1. Actual letters from actual viewers. It's an actual robotic arm. Thank you, Norris. Here we go. Dear Dave, are your cue cards recycled? The letter begins. This comes from Greg Powers, Columbus, Ohio. Are your cue cards recycled? No, Greg, but the jokes on them are. Kind of a quiet little laugh. Letter number 2, the robotic arm. Here we go. Hey, where you? Hey, give me a bite. Hey, run. Son of a gone mad.
Whoa, getting testy. The arm is getting testy.
Yeah. Letter number 2. Dear Dave, I've noticed that whenever you do your man-on-the-street interviews, usually you are either A, not recognized by the interviewee, or B, mistaken for Regis. Yeah, that's true. Have you ever considered running a Dave awareness campaign to enlighten the public? Karen Ellers, Miramar, Florida. Carolyn, you have excellent instincts, and I did once launch a little public awareness campaign. I had some posters printed up. Remember that, Paul? It wasn't very successful because there was, frankly, I think it was just a mix-up at the printers. Here it is. We were going to paper the city with these posters to kind of get people familiar with who I was, and then we got the posters back, and see, we just thought, I abandoned the entire project.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I abandoned the entire project. Yeah. Maybe this wasn't big enough. All right, letter number 3. Here we go. Come on, Roscoe. Turn it on. Let's... yeah, how terribly polite of you. Dear Dave, while on the NBC tour in New York a few weeks ago, we were led to a mini theater so that we could watch a history of NBC. When we sat down, I noticed that we were watching a Mitsubishi TV. A Mitsubishi TV in the GE building. I know the Japanese own Rockefeller Center, but isn't this going a little bit too far? A proud GE TV owner, Robert Alford. I frankly don't see anything sinister about a Mitsubishi TV, Robert. It's, I believe it's purely a technical decision, but if it will make you feel any better, let me check with our control room and our director. Is it going too far to have a Mitsubishi TV in there, Carol?
It's only a TV set, Dave. I think Robert's being a little paranoid. Danny, camera, stand by. Danny.
Thank you very much. That's Akira Yakamoto, our director. Akira.
That's Yamamoto, Dave.
Yeah, Yakamoto. Not even sure what the hell I said. Oh, the machine has them. That's right. I was thinking it was the old days when we did all of this by hand. Hey, you dumb. Hey, where did it go? I lost it. Where did it go now? Maybe. Here it is right here. Wow. Dear Dave, letter number 4 begins, I'd like to hear you do a really good Elvis imitation. A fan since the morning show, Kim Bobrowski, Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, you know, this is a little embarrassing. There was a time when I did a pretty good Elvis, and I really haven't done it in a long, what? Okay, all right. Okay. So we'll just finish up the viewer mail with my little Elvis. Hit it, Paul. Here we go. This will be my line. Go again. Mama, is there any more mayonnaise? Are we ready for the big show?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Are we right on time? Morty, how are we doing on time?
We have about a minute and a half.
Huh?
We're a minute and a half under, so
A minute and a half under, so we're early tonight.
Yeah,
that's excellent. That means we'll finish up early. We get a jump on the weekend.
Fabulous.
All right. I like the sound of that. Let's do a commercial. We'll be right back here with Marv Albert.
Now, I'm minding my own business, and this guy on the phone is chewing my ear off about how I gotta leave AT&T. Save big, we're better. So, now I'm wondering what's in the fine print. Like, where do these savings come from? If I got a problem with my bill, can I speak to a machine, or can I maybe talk to somebody with a pulse? But they say switch and save. So I said to the guy, let's put it in writing. Guy says, excuse me?
Don't get pressured. Get the facts.
You know and I know. Still not AT&T.
We asked the children, what do you think creatures from another world would be like?
I think they'll be kind of scary. No eyebrows and big eyes. I think they would make a noise like... I would like to take one home as a pet.
If anyone will make contact, it will be the children. Make contact with another world. Sea World.
Jersey makes everything more colorful, including you. Jersey's American Activewear. Jersey's makes everything more colorful, including you. Jersey's American Activewear.
Reading War and Peace is hard. New Busch Light is easy because it's cold filtered to make it the easiest drinking light beer around. So after a hard day, remember, New Busch Light is easy, and that makes it a very easy choice. For those of you just joining us, carpooling is hard. New Busch Light is easy because it's cold filtered to make it very easy drinking. New Busch Light is easy. Getting your kicks is hard. So make the easy choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Welcome back to the show. Thank you very much. Paul, you know what I'm saying about those tomatoes, don't you?
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah. Well, and they don't even look that great. They're kind of that pale, pukey-looking pink color.
Oh, I know those.
Whereas they used to be just bright red and lovely.
There's a strain. That's a particular strain of tomato.
Yeah, what are those called?
The pale, pukey-looking pink strain of tomato.
Oh, yeah, I think those are bred for use in prison. Yeah.
Sad to say, yes.
Yeah, but you used to be able to get them, and they were great, and now, I don't know. I guess you got to grow your own.
I don't blame you for it. Well, I wouldn't say that.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't know either. Who gives a rat's ass?
What was that? Our first guest is an old friend of ours. He's it's the neighbors are acting up again, I think. He's the voice of the Knicks, the Rangers, and tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on NBC, he will be the host of the 15 Greatest Rounds Ever. I believe it's a boxing show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marv Albert. Marv. The crowd goes wild. You can come in. We kind of sneaked in the back door here. How you doing?
I tried to trick you. I came in the
You look great, Marv. How's your summer going so far?
Great.
Yeah?
Just back from, had a tough assignment in Kauai and Hawaii.
Oh, that's great. It's coming from surfing, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, the quarterback challenge, which will be seen on NBC in September.
What is the quarterback challenge?
We had all of the top quarterbacks from the NFL, Dan Marino and John Elway and Warren Moon.
And what'd they do?
Jim Everett. They had
So
5
you could
different
run up the
activities.
biggest room service bill?
Yes. Several excelled. Various exercises, throwing longest, accuracy drills.
Yeah.
Mad Rashad was on hand with Bill Walsh co-hosting the show. I know you'll be looking forward.
Was it now? Is this one of those things that NBC is inventing to fill up the gap left by baseball?
Inventing? This has been going on since the 20s.
It's an old, proud tradition in the world of sports. I don't know what I've been doing.
It started in the days of Amos Alonzo Spag.
Yeah, I know.
We had one problem, though. The fight doctor, Freddie Pacheco, apparently misread the announcing assignment sheet and showed up.
Oh, so he was there anyway.
Looking for Jorge Paez. And he kind of muscled his way onto the scene.
Jorge Paez. Now, what division does he fight in?
Junior featherweight.
And what's his record? Yeah, is he a good fighter?
Yeah, he's good. He's 2-1.
Yeah. When was it?
He's undefeated.
See, you'll run into him. I'll never see the man. You'll have to answer for this.
Probably. No, he's an excellent former circus acrobat, clown.
Really?
Yeah.
And now he's pretty good with his
Now
mitts?
he fits right into the boxing scene. He will not be seen, though, on the Greatest Rounds.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about that in a second. First of all, the big news here at NBC, of course, is we have now the rights to broadcast the NBA.
Yes.
And that begins in the fall, obviously. And the other day they had a press conference, and Pat Riley, former coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, is now somehow involved in those telecasts. What will the man be doing? He was on the show. He's confused himself.
No, he will be the studio host and will also be hosting House Party starting next month. Obviously, you didn't get the memo.
See that memo? No. Well, how terribly nice for him.
Pat, are you okay there?
I'll be all right.
No, he'll be the studio host. Right?
Yeah.
And
I could use some Vicks, I think.
Yeah, there'll be 2 play-by-play teams.
Right.
Myself,
So you will be
Bob
doing
Costas,
play-by-play. Yeah.
And Bob will also be doing it. So we're looking now for 2 color commentators. Chuck Daly is a candidate.
The coach of the Pistons. Now, is he leaving the Pistons?
Well, it's still up in the air, and it's between Chuck, Manute Bol, and Tommy Toon.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. No. Did you, I forgot what I was going to ask you. Something about basketball. I think. Oh, I was going to say, if you've never heard Marv do radio play-by-play basketball for the Knicks or radio work for the Rangers, I think you make the game more exciting, more fascinating to listen to than anybody else doing that kind of work.
Thank you.
So we're looking forward to...
Thank you. I appreciate that. For me, it's really the fulfillment of a dream to be able to do the NBA.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. So that starts up in the fall. And, now do we want to look at you have, what do you call them, the little achievement awards?
Wild and the Wacky.
Oh, yeah, from the world of the wild and the wacky.
Past month, the Albert Achievement Awards, as put together by our crack producer, as you know, Dave Katz.
Yeah.
And
That's a nice-looking suit, by the way.
Thank you. Pat Riley dressed me tonight. They sell these down at the family store.
It's nice. That's an NBC item.
It is. You can see the,
I like that.
the logo. Nice carpet in the green room.
Oh, thank you. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I've never been in the green room. I don't go in there. I frighten the guests when I go in
noticed
there.
that.
And then they come out here and I frighten them again. All right, now let's get to the world of the wild and the wacky.
We're going to open up with the most memorable interview of recent
these
times.
monitors right here.
Check over here. It involves the former NFL player Phil McConkey, who recently ran for Congress in New Jersey.
He used to be part of the Giants, right?
He used to be a Giant. And he's trying to make the transition from athletics to politics.
One of our great presidents, Ronald Reagan, if not now, when? If not who? If not... Use this on tape so I can redo this. Brody, Ronald Reagan, if not now, when? If not... Yeah, if not me, who?
We get the idea, Phil. All right, to baseball. Bo Jackson of Kansas City, out of frustration, once again takes it out on his back. Lou Whitaker of Detroit fouls one off a tender area. Now, usually it's the batter that hits flies, but Jody Reed of Boston is hit by a fly.
Wow.
To the sport of boxing, Golden Gloves competition, Gene Van Oss, Patrick Shea in a unique double knockdown. Van Oss got up. He was the winner. Troy Dorsey in the dark trunks fakes himself right onto the canvas. Now, officials had their problems. Keep an eye on the referee, Frank Cappuccino. He is hit in the mouth by Vincent Petway. Off this drive by Von Hayes, first base umpire John McSherry was able to shake it off. More baseball. Pitcher Pat Combs of the Phillies with a slight problem. And here's John Candelaria of the Twins a bit off the mark with that delivery. A couple of your favorites, Dave, in golf. Mike Sullivan having his difficulties right here. This is fourth shot on 15. The man in major trouble. Mike keeps trying, but it only gets worse. Here's Ben Crenshaw with the shot. And this carries and carries. Not what Ben had in mind. More embarrassing moments. Watch the Houston catcher Craig Biggio as his mask falls off during play, but he does make a quick recovery. Lenny Harris of the Dodgers loses the ball, then his glove, finally his footing. And Met pitcher David Cohn disagreed with the call, so he argues vehemently. No timeout was taken, thus 2 runs scored. Not a good move by Dave. And we close with some rough times in this presentation of the national anthem at Madison Square Garden. A poignant moment now. The referee, Bill Sarr, comes over and tries to help out.
Close enough. It's only the national anthem.
Wild and the Wacky.
The wild and the wacky. Marv. Now, let's see. This 15 greatest rounds ever. That's tomorrow at 4 o'clock right here on NBC. And that's 15 different fights, 15 different rounds, judged to be the greatest in boxing competition.
Exactly. It begins with a 1919 fight, Jess Willard going against Jack Dempsey. In fact, NBC has the rematch on that, which is coming up.
Oh, good.
One of our sports spectacular shows.
Good. Great to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Come back again. Have a good summer. Marv Albert, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Kevin and Stacy.
I know they're beautiful. But think how much Dad will love these. Honey, they're just too much. Mom, he will use them every day. I'm gonna get them.
Here they are. They're the best.
At least let me chip in. American Express. Guess you don't need my help. Not this time, Mom. He's gonna love that they come from you. He better.
Having a way to recognize someone special. To become a member, look for this display and take one.
When the driver's counting on you,
Honey, where do we
but
turn?
you're counting sheep, you can try to recharge yourself. Or better yet, revive with Vibrant. It's safe, it works, and it won't shock your system. So revive with Vibrant, now in tablets.
I scream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. Ahem. We all scream for ice cream. Thank you. Hershey's chocolate syrup.
What's making the powerful Grand Prix coupe even easier to handle? And what's making the Grand Prix four-door sedan even easier to get into? The same thing that's making the special touring edition of the Grand Prix even more special. This $2,000 cash back for a limited time.
See Bill Cox, John Link, Herzog Meyer, Royal Moore, Jim Weston, Breslin, or Alan Hadley for details on $2,000 cash back.
Stereo Superstores. Tomorrow's technology with a competitive edge. Pioneer delivers with true high-tech, state-of-the-art performance. And now it's Pioneer Month at Stereo Superstores. We've become Oregon's largest Pioneer car audio retailer by selling the best for less, like this 5-piece Pioneer car audio system with auto-reverse cassette, quartz tuner, 15-station presets, and 4 speakers, only $197. Save $70. We've sold, installed, and serviced over 100,000 car audio systems, 5 times more than anyone in Oregon. Stereo Superstores, the competitive edge.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Morty said he couldn't play softball tonight because he was afraid it might rain.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Where do you...
It's like the most beautiful day of the spring, and Morty's worried about a little rain.
Tell me this. Where do you guys play?
Oh, we have a suite at the Plaza. Our next guest made his mark really as a really bad person in the blockbuster hit series Wise Guy, and he recently played Jim Baker in a movie right here on NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Spacey. Kevin, are you there? Now, tell me a little bit about this Wise Guy. How long were you on the show?
They do a series of arcs, and I did 9...
Series of arcs?
Arcs.
Arcs.
Not an arc. But,
arc?
Yeah, they do a storyline of like 11 episodes or 9 episodes or 7 episodes of each storyline, and I was in one that lasted 9.
Right.
And then they killed me.
And you're saying, the word you're saying is spelled how?
A-R-C.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I've not heard that term applied to...
Art. I think they actually invented it. Yeah. It was a new thing.
And it's you were the villain. And what made you so bad? What did you do?
Aside from shooting drugs up between my toes, I was having a kind of suggestive relationship with my sister.
Oh God! See why did I ask this? I just should have. I just with the spelling bee, I was doing much better.
Yeah.
And so now you're done with that, right?
I'm done with that.
All over.
$5.99. This elegant 4-poster waterbed, only $1.99. Satin seats, $19. No payments for 6 months. Free water conditioner for everyone. Up to 50% off this week at all Waterbed Emporium showrooms, including our newest in the Clackamas Promenade next to Mervyn's.
Imagine this maxi. It's clean and dry. Really dry. Well, it's called Always. Always with dry weave. It's incredible top sheet. Really incredible because it's got holes. Thousands of tiny holes like funnels. Little. They pull the moisture through. It goes down and gets trapped. So the surface stays cleaner, much drier. Whoa! It's definitely for me. It's called Always. It's a clean, dry feeling. Always. Always. With dry weave. Oh, yeah. Always.
John Link presents the Grand Am Grand Slam. Think Link for a new Grand Am, and you'll bat 1,000. For just $10,333, you'll get Grand Am, John Link's best-selling Pontiac with fuel injection, AM/FM stereo cassette, air conditioning, tilt wheel, rear defogger, custom wheels, and lots more. It's a steal at just $10,333. The Grand Am Grand Slam. Only at John Link Pontiac GMC, where I-205 meets McLaughlin in Oregon City.
Installed in your car. Free. Add this Pioneer CD player to your current auto sound system. Only $2.99. Stereo Superstores. The competitive edge.
Star Trek The Next Generation, weeknights at 6 on KPTV 12.
Friends, it's time for Carson's Comedy Classics, starring Johnny Carson. With Graham Kerr, Doc Severinsen, the Carson Comedy Players, and me, Ed McBurney.
Tonight we're talking to Archibald Benton. He's 95 years old. He's been a butler in the White House since the days of President Teddy Roosevelt. Now, his book is called Way Down, Behind, Beneath, Below, the Back of the Stairs at the White House. Please welcome Mr. Benton. Hello, Mr. Benton. Mr. Benton,
Yes, sir.
what exactly is your position?
Well, right now, I was standing up. Do I look like I was lying down or what?
No, you misunderstood. It's hard to believe that you were the butler for 14 presidents, all the way back to Teddy Roosevelt. He was a real man's man, right? They called him the Rough Rider.
Yes, Mrs. Roosevelt gave him that nickname one night. I had the room right below there. I remember that. There's a frisky couple there was, Roosevelt. Yeah.
Calvin Coolidge has the...
Picture of Mrs. Roosevelt right there. She wasn't as good looking.
Calvin Coolidge had a reputation of being a rather dull man. Did you
Yes,
find
sir.
him that way?
Yes, sir. For the last 2 years of his term as president, he was dead. Most people don't know that.
Are there any disadvantages to living at the White House?
Yes, it's not easy to sneak abroad up your room. Not a Secret Service around.
Now, forgive me if this next question is too personal.
You're so
but
used to dust, and when I see dust, I just...
if this is too personal, don't answer. But
Well, you can ask me anything you want. I wrote the book, so anything you
All right.
can't be too personal for me.
you appear to be fair-skinned, and yet all the reports are that you're black.
Well, I used to be black. But you see, in 1973, by presidential decree, I was made white.
How can the president have the power to change a person's color?
Well, if a president can pardon Nixon, he can do anything.
We're on the grow. It's the grand opening of Waterbed Emporium's newest showroom in the Clackamas Promenade next to Mervyn. Up to 50% off at all Waterbed Emporium showrooms. Complete waterbed starting at $99. This beautiful canopy waterbed only $5.99. This elegant four-poster waterbed only $1.99. Satin sheets $19. No payments for 6 months. Free water conditioner for everyone. Up to 50% off this week at all Waterbed Emporium showrooms, including our newest in the Clackamas Promenade next to Mervyn.
Paradise. Paradise. What is paradise? Thick chocolate. Real moist coconut. The taste of paradise.
Introducing SOS Juniors. These guys are strong, like big SOS, but small, so when the mess is cleaned up, they're all used up. Grab a Junior a day. Use a fresh pad every day.
It's Thomas & Ford for Escort, and Ranger, with rebate, up to $1,000.
That's right. You can choose from over 50 Escorts in stock for only $57.88 after rebate. Or how about a truck? Choose from 70 Rangers for only $59.88 after rebate. And we offer financing to anyone.
There's never been a better time to save with rebate.
Remember, if you don't come see me today, I can't save you any money.
Only at Vancouver Furniture. See America free. 3 days, 2 nights. Reno, Tahoe, Disneyland, New Orleans, Cape Cod, Orlando, New York, Vancouver, BC, or even Lincoln City with any $7.99 purchase. Now at Vancouver Furniture. Save on brand name furniture, appliances, TVs, stereos. Take 12 months, no interest with normal down. Free delivery, Portland to Longview. A lot of Portland stores sell great furniture. Vancouver Furniture simply sells it for less.
sampling of fine wine can turn into a messy experience, as we see here, as Johnny gets a lesson from cooking expert Graham Kerr.
Literally, this is a special unit which is made in Palma de Mallorca, and where I've flown from to be here tonight. And it's called Moscatel, and you drink it from this spout. And,
I won't need that.
You won't need that?
I won't need that.
Well, I need it.
I'm not some slob, Graham, you know, that came in off the street.
It's all right. I'm not proud.
I've been to all the good restaurants.
Mark you, I don't make my own suits. All right. Uh-huh. Yes, it's got to hit the middle of your forehead. You're all right with a nose like that. I know.
I have to put the thumb on top
I
of
had this
this?
irresistible desire, but I haven't done it that long. This right here, and it goes down your nose and then into your mouth, right?
Do I have to hold the top of this?
Yes, I wish you'd do this. Would you mind?
No, I don't care. I don't do it.
Hey, John.
What?
Come on, John. Out the nose. No, take closer.
We haven't done this for a long time, and we like to come up and see where everybody's from and play Stump the Band. We have a lot of great prizes tonight. Anybody have a song? Somebody in our band. We'll start with this gentleman here. I assume you're a gentleman.
Yeah.
You are?
Robert Gibbons.
Robert Gibbons?
Right, from Anaheim.
From Anaheim, right here in California. What do you do in Anaheim?
I work for the Hughes Aircraft Company in Fullerton.
Now, what do you do for them? Is it something secret, or?
Some.
Did Mr. Hughes really die?
Yes.
You know, that's a good question, because nobody ever saw a picture of him after he was, dead.
I think that he really did.
He really did. But I mean, he could be around.
Well, I guess there might be a chance.
Okay. Are you saying he's alive?
No.
Oh, okay. What's the name of the song?
Way Out.
Way Out. Anybody know a song called Way Out? This is a great night for it, because this band is way out.
Sookie's got it.
Sookie?
Sookie's got it.
Play a little Way Out on him. Little melody. Thank you, son. Great version, but that's not it. Doggone. Doggone. It was so good, too, wasn't it? You're going to sing this? You even have lyrics to this. What is this from? Is this an old song, a new one?
It's an old folk song.
An old folk song. All righty.
The Titanic was a ship of renown. The people were told she could never go down. The crew was warned that the ice was near. But Captain Smith said, do not fear. The passengers were asleep in their bunks. They knew that ship could never be sunk.
Oh, okay. No, that's good enough. What? Sure, that's enough. Sure, that's enough. That's more than enough.
John?
What?
The band didn't hear the words way out in the title.
Oh, that's coming.
Where is that? Yeah, that's right.
Way out.
Thank you. Okay. There you are. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. It was in there. You didn't pick it up. We have dinner for 4 at the Saratoga restaurant. It's right here in Los Angeles, right out here in Sunset Strip. You have other people with you?
Yes, I will.
What do you mean you... What, are you going to go out and cruise in the parking lot after the show? Want to have dinner, little girl?
My brother's coming out for Christmas.
Your brother's coming for Christmas. That's wonderful. Well, that's 2 of you.
And then I have my wife and my children.
How many children you have?
I have 2.
You have 2. That makes 5.
Well,
One of the kids is going to be hungry, aren't they? We'll make it for 5. We'll make it for 5. Okay, and then you can take your brother, the wife, and the 2 kids. Okay? Thank you. Okay, somebody else? You have one? Okay. Hi, hi. Easy. Hi. Where's your Harley? Your name is?
Terry Stone.
Terry Stone. Where are you from, Terry?
Fort Lauderdale.
That's all right. You can hang on there. You're from where?
Fort Lauderdale. We miss you. You haven't been there in a long time.
No, Ed and I used to go to Fort Lauderdale, but we have a couple of outstanding warrants there. It was during our sipping days when we're still in trouble down there. What do you do in Fort Lauderdale?
Play tennis.
Play tennis. That could kill a whole week. I mean, you can't play tennis all day.
Oh, that's just part of the day.
part of the day. Okay, Terry. Certainly do miss Fort Lauderdale, don't you? A lot of fun down there, a lot of tennis playing. Because Ed would go down, we took our rackets, and we would play from sun up until the sun went down. Just play set after set after set. What's the name of the song? I guess that's the question I was going to ask you. What are you doing out here, by the way?
Just looking at Los Angeles and wishing I was living out here permanently.
Really? Oh, Fort Lauderdale won't like that. They hear that, you know.
Well, I like Fort Lauderdale, but the men in California.
Okay, Terry, you want to simmer down a little bit? We'll get the fire hose for Terry. I'm just teasing, you know that.
How come you look so much better in person?
Because I am better in person. Okay. Are you into leather at all? No, I'm teasing. I'm just teasing. Is this your boyfriend or your husband? Oh, husband. You have a very amusing sense of humor with your wife here.
May I just say something? If my cousin Marino's watching, or my cousin Joey, they're going to kill me, because when I was younger, they said that if they ever heard me sing that song again, they think they'd disown me.
That bad, huh? We'll just sing about 4 bars of it. You don't have to sing the whole song.
Okay.
Ready?
Pat a cake, baker's man. Never put a wedding cake in the a cake to do pat a cake man.
Okay, Terry. We have for you... Oh, what we have for you? No, a place called Steers for Steaks on Beverly Hills, California. For steaks, and I don't know how many people is this good for? No, you can just go there by yourself, Terry, and I'm sorry, sir, you're out of luck. No, thank you, Terry. You have a great sense of humor, and good luck to you, sir. Wow, I could have had a V8.
We're on the grow. It's the grand opening of Waterbed Emporium's newest showroom in the Clackamas Promenade next to Mervyn's. Up to 50% off at all Waterbed Emporium showrooms. Complete waterbed starting at $99. This beautiful canopy waterbed only $5.99. This elegant 4-poster waterbed only $1.99. Satin sheets $19. No payments for 6 months. Free water conditioner for everyone. Up to 50% off this week at all Waterbed Emporium showrooms, including our newest in the Clackamas Promenade next to Mervyn's.
Almond Bar and Mars Milky Way. If we didn't put this much into them, we wouldn't put our name on them.
there, all you buckaroos. Come on out to the Molalla Buckaroo Rodeo Grounds Saturday, June the 30th from noon until 6 p.m. and ride all of the carnival rides for just $9 when you bring an empty can of any RC product. And then join me on Friday, June the 29th as we do the Ramblin' Rod Show live from the Molalla Buckaroo Grounds at 11 a.m. Brought to you by RC Products and KPTV 12.
Robert Redford's Ordinary People.
All right. What did you do? I tried to off myself.
A son in pain, a father helpless, and a mother who refused to understand.
This is my family. We have problems, and we will solve those problems in the privacy of our own home.
This is the story that tore at the hearts of America and swept the Academy Awards. Mary Tyler Moore, Donald Sutherland, and Timothy Hutton. Ordinary People.
An American Tragedy. Sunday night at 5 on KPTV 12.
Here we are at the new product. Well, well. All right, let's see what we have here. We're going to have to take these in order, I guess. This is called a Vox Clocks, made by Craig Kirkwright Sales of Los Angeles, or Vox Clocks, Independence, Iowa.
Either one.
That's what it says. Now, what do I do? Turn the thing on the back? And the time will come up. Shut up. It's voice activated. In other words, when the alarm goes off, it'll do that until you...
Say shut up.
Yes.
Try it again.
So you don't have to lean. All right. You turn it again? I don't know how we get to go.
I have to wait 2 minutes.
I have to wait
2 minutes? I could be asleep by then.
Well, that's the idea.
Wait a minute. Not right now.
Shut up and make coffee. We could shot all kinds of obscene things into that. That's not a bad idea. You know?
That's great.
You ever have to fight with your wife at night? You could say, I'm just talking
So
to
you
the
do the
clock.
clock, right?
Here's something I think you'll like.
You're the saucy doll?
Yes, now I have to do something
This
with
is by Mattel, also in California.
Now, is this the arm? Now, you have to watch the face. Is that supposed to do that?
It's the clock. Shut up!
Shut up!
We went with the doll.
All right. I thought the kid was doing that. I said, he doesn't like that at all. Okay, let's try to get
The mouth is, there's the mouth moving. The mouth is moving.
Is the mouth moving? Oh, there's a lot of things.
Right? Oh.
See the little mouth there? Little frown. Like this. How about that? All right, that's saucy dog.
How about tummy?
What's a slinky winky? What? Oh, give me that. That's a slinky winky.
Which one? This here?
Well, what else looks like a slinky winky?
I guess that's it.
I mean, if you don't know a slinky winky when you see one. Now, we have to take this off of here, I understand. This is made by Visitron Industries of Riverside, California, and you're supposed to... Hi there, Visitron, or Riverside. Now, what do you do with this? You
put it down.
I know. What does this do? I'm going to show you what this does. You pet this. Isn't that supposed to do something?
Keep petting. Just like real life. Just figure out what to get you for Christmas.
Isn't it supposed to curl up or do something? What?
Don't hold it down. The other way.
Stroke the other. Ah, that's been all my trouble all my life. Certainly.
Oh, there we are.
There it is. Oh, now, that's the idea. Oh! between the 85th and 86th floors of the Empire State Building. Waiting for one of the big moments on this telecast, waiting for Sticky Legs Skabelski, who will give us a demonstration, ladies and gentlemen, of his unusual ability to actually walk up walls and define gravity at will. We're standing up waiting just a moment. I believe he's coming up now. He should be in your picture any moment. Congratulations there, Sticky Leg. Tell me, don't you have any fears of height at all?
86 floors, eh? No. The reason I went into this kind of work is because I have terra-firmophobia.
What is terra-firmophobia?
It's an unreasonable fear of not getting any laughs. No, it's an unreasonable fear of sea level.
But you feel that you're perfectly comfortable up here high above the city?
Oh, yes. Through years of practice and self-denial, I feel perfectly at home up here, except for one thing.
And what is that?
I've got this lousy cold.
That's about it in the Empire State Building, Ed.
Just when you thought it was safe to operate your microwave, he's back with an opinion on nuclear energy. Here is Floyd R. Turbo.
My name is Floyd R. Turbo American. Last week, this commie station fired off a shot about closing down nuclear power plants. This raises the question, kiss my reactor rod. I'm sick of these jerks telling us we should be more careful how we handle our energy, like that reactor at 3 Mile Island. Why are they getting excited just because it leaks a little? My dog has this problem, and you don't see anybody trying to shut him down. They say exposure to radiation will shorten our lives, that man can live to be 100. This is not true. The Bible says man lives 80. And who are we to fool around with the Bible after all the hard work Cecil B. DeMille put into it? Suppose they got rid of all radiation, excluding X-rays. Then how is the doctor going to look inside your chest with a Kodak Instamatic? They say radiation makes you glow in the dark. There's nothing wrong with glowing in the dark, except maybe at night when you attract moths and people who might think you were a nightclub. The big mouths are saying there's radiation in Hershey, Pennsylvania. What are they going to do next? Stop people from eating Hershey bars? Depriving me of my God-given right to pick up a young broad in the park? What's wrong with getting radioactivity in your body? It is something you can pass on to your children, rather than having to leave them your good wristwatch. And what if a handful of people are exposed? Our circuses need more freaks anyhow. And now, more than ever, with an oil shortage, we need nuclear plants. Otherwise, we will be at the mercy of our enemies who supply us with gas, like Exxon, Mobil, and Texaco. I got news for you. There's loads of oil in Mexico, our good neighbors to the north. Let's drill for oil here in this country. The environmentalist nuts claim offshore drilling pollutes the water and harms the fish. Cocky pop. Oily water makes it easier for the fish to swim. It helps them slide across the ocean. And it's much easier to catch a fish if it's floating on top. If they want to save gas, why don't they make teenagers drive smaller cars? And that way your daughter won't get in a family way on a moped. And let the other guy save energy. If everybody else conserves gas, what you blow won't make any difference. They conserve fuel by not...